Hello Sagittarius, and welcome back to TenPaths Tarot. My name is Everett, and let's get started with your reading. The oracle card today is Breaking Illusions, and so we're trying to change either the way people think about us or how we see ourselves. And so let's start out with your recent past. Now, when I say recent past, that can mean different things for different people. And some people become very frustrated when I use that term recent past. Does that mean a week? Does that mean a year? What does that mean? It will mean different things for different people, and let me tell you why. Let's take my own life. A year in my life is only going to be a small percentage of my existence. You take a 20-year-old, that same year is going to seem like a lot longer time period because it's a bigger percentage of their life. And mood can influence time passage. If you're all energetic and happy and excited, time passes very quickly. But if you're depressed, things seem to drag forever. And so time passage is relative. Recent past is relative. So whatever you think recent past means, for you, that is what it means. And so just use your own judgment when I say recent past. The first card out, and I will tell you one thing in this reading that was shocking. There are a lot of scrolls and swords here, and they all represent thought. Your entire recent past is filled 100% with scrolls, with thoughts. This is someone who lives in their head a lot. They cannot stop thinking. It actually looks kind of exhausting, especially with this Nine of Scrolls. Here the thoughts have just become overwhelming. We're only seeing doom and gloom, and we're projecting what might happen if this happens or that happens, and we can't stop thinking. And then as we progress, there is some progress here. We start to put things in order, sorting out the most troubling, what is useful, what is not useful. We start leaving behind some of those thoughts that just don't serve us anymore. Somebody else can come along, pull out the sword, use them if they want to, but we're putting them away. We're shelving them and we're walking away. But our mind is still going and going and going. Whew. And so now we have the Eight of Scrolls. We did come down a little from the 9. Then we went to the 5, but then we picked up thoughts again. We're back to 8. And here, there's a feeling that if we can just think more slowly, more methodically, we can use all of this thinking to manifest something that we want. We're just going to keep thinking and thinking and thinking. Oh my goodness, Sagittarius. My brain is full just looking at these cards. You're going to give me a headache. Whew. And so finally we get to the end. We're nearing your current past. This is the end of the recent past. We have the Ace of Scrolls. And here we have one main thought. We have clarity of thought. And we have a crow here. And that makes me think that through all of this, you have gained some kind of insight, at least some insight you have learned a lesson, or you have started to see that other people are doing well without doing all of this that you're doing. Maybe you should be like a crow. They learn from each other. Start saying, well, they didn't spend all of their time thinking and wearing their brains out. Why am I? And so now we're going into your current energy, and we go with that clarity of vision, the lesson learned, to justice. And this is a frightening card. When we see justice, it looks like this young man might have thought that all of the people in the background were thinking about him. But actually, most of them look rather shocked at what he's done because they weren't expecting it. They didn't know about all of this internal strife, this whole internal existence that was going on in his head. And he thought he knew how they saw him, and so he beat them to the punch. But the fact is, it looks like most of them weren't thinking about him at all. And so he meted out justice to himself unnecessarily. Well, do we realize that all of this was unnecessary? I would love to say that we do. These cards are indicating not yet. You're on your way there, but not yet. You are starting to see what you want. You really want to be the Ace of Pentacles. You want to have direction in your life. The aces indicate direction toward that goal. Pentacles indicate our life here on earth. And we want that kind of direction. We want to be up on that hill. You can tell this is on a mountaintop. And look down and see the landscape. See how it all fits together. Because that's really what we want. We want everything to fit together. We want to be the King of Swords. This is how we want people to think of us, as the king of thought. More thought. Not just a 9, not just a 5, not an 8, not an ace, but the king of thought. The rational person. We want to be the person everyone thinks is smart, brilliant, gifted. We're still way concerned with what other people think. And he has put down his clarity here. Even though he's the king, you'd think he'd be holding up the clarity. He's put it on the floor. And so what does Spirit recommend to get you out of this overwhelming internal dialogue, this internal life that is keeping you stuck in this cycle? And it may sound cliche, Spirit is recommending more doing, less thinking. What do you want to do? The wands are what we want to do, not what we want to think, not what we want other people to think. What do you want to do with this body, with this time we're given here on earth? Do one of them. Pick one of them up and do them. The more you act, the more you do, the more you experience the world around you, the more there will become a natural filter for these thoughts so that they don't overwhelm you again. Nobody thinks you have to be the king of thought. I won't say nobody. I know, I'm thinking helicopter parents popped into my head, but we may think we're expected to be the most brilliant person on earth, The most brilliant person on earth uses what they have here, the time they have here, the resources here to experience life fully and manifest things, manifest experiences. You know what? Let me think about this for a second. I think it was Scorpio's reading. I think it was Scorpio. I don't think it was Libra. It was Scorpio, I'm pretty sure. The last reading I did. And you might want to check that one out, because that reading was about living your life fully and don't stop moving forward. And if you do that a lot, there won't be time for all of these cluttered thoughts that are taking you over. I have never seen this recently anyway. Not recently. So many scrolls and swords. I mean, let's look. We've got 1. We've got 2. We've got 3. Oh my gosh. We have 4. We have 5. Over 50% of the cards are about thoughts. I would even say this Justice card here in this context was about thoughts. So you have 6 out of 9 cards about your internal life taking you over and causing unnecessary stress. But Spirit is saying you have the ability to make dreams come true, but not by thinking about them. The more you think about your dreams, the worse it gets. Just go live one of your dreams and make it a constructive dream that will lead to further dreams being realized. And, oh, Sagittarius, I hope you get out of this energy quickly, because, oh, I'm tired. You must be exhausted. That's all I have for you today. I hope to see you next week, and I hope that you feel refreshed by then. I want to know what you do this week. I want to know what you go out and do and experience. If you think this reading was for you, if it applies, I want to hear what constructive thing you did. I don't care if it was I rode my bicycle around the block. Do we even do that anymore? I don't know. I think that was from years past. Or I went to see a concert I've always wanted to go to. Or I went to an art museum. Or, I did something fun. Or I tried making a new dish in my kitchen, but you get the idea. I would love to hear how you start making actual dreams manifest. And that's all for today. I hope to see you again, and I hope if this message resonated with you that it was helpful. Bye for now.